This hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
That's President George W. Bush 20 years ago announcing that America and its allies had begun invading Iraq. That anniversary here today. And joining us now, Senior Coalition's Advisor for Concerned Veterans for America, retired Master Sergeant Jason Beardsley. He is a decorated combat veteran and intelligence officer and was deployed on multiple missions to Iraq over a decade's time. Sergeant Beardsley, first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service. It is 20 years, sort of hard to believe. I just want to start just very simply. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking about today as we hit that mark?
Yeah, it's an impressive date, but a lot of us that were in service were very proud to do it. I got to serve with some of the greatest people I know, some amazing leadership. And yet for all of that, we left friends behind. There's a lot of moral injury, physical injury, emotional injury, and it left a lot of Iraq veterans, particularly Afghanistan veterans, wondering what was it all for? What was the gain? And I think that's the important thing we need to reflect on overall is how do we ensure that we don't do that again?
Tell us a little bit about your time there. I know you said you've been on and off there for about a decade. Some missions perhaps covert you can't speak about, but tell us just some of your experiences overseas there.
Yeah, I remember the feeling first, understanding that we were willing to go. We wanted to render justice. Once we got into the fight, once you started to see the developing sort of strategy or the tactics unfolding on the ground, it felt like there wasn't as much purpose to it, or the objectives were not as clear. And once you started losing friends and seeing people that were injured or coming home with less than what they went overseas with, it really sort of made this poignant for each of us individually. How do we feel about this? How do you justify or reconcile going back into combat, leading men and women into combat, not really understanding what the ultimate objective is? So over time, those kind of things start to wear on the individuals that are burying their friends, across the way here in Arlington. And so I think after all of that, you start to reflect on how hard it was on the families and how much the veterans actually bear the burden of this. So for my money, the real information now is how do we tell the American people it's important that our Congress is involved in these decisions every time. We still have folks in Iraq today. So that's an important thing to remember.
Yeah, and certainly right now there's the backdrop of Congress debating and potentially trying to take back some of the authority on a war making, not just totally ceding it to the executive branch. Give us your sense on that, and also how much progress you think there has been made to do what you hope for, which is to end endless wars waged by this war nation.
Some progress, and I think senators like Kaine and Senators Young have proposed taking that authority back, repealing the outdated authorities that got us into those situations so that every Congress participates in the decision to put our men and women into harm's way. And that's important, but it hasn't been as immediately necessary or important, I think, or critical in the national dialogue. So for you covering this and for bringing attention to the actual pains and how we get through that, I really appreciate that, and I know our veterans do. Concerned Veterans for America, my organization, Stand Together, we really want to make sure the Americans are involved in this policy debate, and so bringing that here to Washington, D.C. is important to me.
And lastly, just very briefly, just give us an update. There's so many veterans came back from Iraq with real challenges, real struggles. What Americans can do to help?
So right now, there's a lot in the way of veterans affairs and the benefits there, but what Americans can do is make sure that Congress stays accountable, holds the bureaucracies, the administrations accountable for delivering those benefits. There's a lot that can be done on things like VA choice and how do we get those benefits delivered to those who dealt with the harm of battle. So doing that means staying involved, and sometimes it means putting pressure on Congress.
20 years ago today, the United States began its invasion of Iraq. Retired Master Sergeant Jason Beardsley, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.